Okay, so I know Christmas isn't here yet, but it pays to be prepared in advance for these things because stuff still has to ship and get to you. Hello, gorgeous humans. Today we are going to be looking at making our own advent calendars. Now, you may have seen recently on my channel and a couple of others things like the Hubba and Chub Girl stationery calendar. You've got other ones from like other luxury stationery brands. We, of course, have the Archer and Olive one that's going to get released probably this month. But the thing is that I'm just like a little bit picky when it comes to stationery items that I want to add into my collection. I want to make sure that they're kind of in a style I know I'm going to use. And once you start to get a couple of gifts in those advent calendars that aren't really for you, then it's kind of like, was it worth it? I don't want us to be feeling that way when it comes to our advent calendars. So I was trying to think of a solution and I'm like, well, if you want something done right, you just do it yourself. So, in terms of what we're going to be doing today, yes, we're going to look at effectively how you can make your own advent calendar. I'm thinking about it particularly around the idea of like stationary advent calendar. So, thinking about the stuff you might want to include in there and how you'd actually kind of operate that system. For what it's worth, it's a very simple process. One, get the things to put stuff in. Two, get the things, and then put the things in the things to put the things in. Let's have a look at that in a little more detail. So what I did is I went online and just did a little search of like stationary advent calendars. Couldn't really find anything. So I went and looked for advent calendar bags. And this is effectively what I found. It's just these little canvas bags that have these cute little patterns on them. Was really cheap because I'm like, if we're gonna do DIY, we still want to save some money. We don't want one of those instances of like, oh, why buy it for $15 when I could spend $90 worth of crafting materials on making it? Some people can make little bags for very cheap. I am not one of those people. So I went and bought some ones off the internet. So they've got some, zazzy little mittens and stuff. Is it kind of appropriate for my Christmas? Maybe not, but it's fine. So we've got a couple of those bags. We've got some ho 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 kind of ones with Santa faces in blue. Again, not the kind of color palette that's appropriate for a summer Christmas like I get, but still fine. Some little Christmas trees, but we've got two different sizes, a larger bag and then a smaller bag, which if you're doing stationary items kind of makes sense. If you are going to be putting like pens in your stationary bags, those kind of things that are a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, you might want to invest in bags that are a little bit larger than these ones. Because like if I try and fit a Tombow in here, I could probably just fit one in, which is cool. I mean, again, depends on what you're populating your stationary bags with. But these ones, they were just, a pack that came with 24 bags. We have little numbers, which you don't need, but you can just pick and choose kind of a thing. But like little numbers, which I can tie to the bags, which is kind of cute. Two different sizes, variety of patterns, makes it a little bit fun. We also get some twine to like tie it up and the little pegs to attach the bags to. Of course, depends on how heavy you make your bags. If you really want to like deck the bags out and make them very, very packed, then I do worry about whether the little pegs will hold them up on this string. But it could also be like I'm trying to think of the word that doesn't word find. Treasure hunt. There we go. You could just hide them around your house. Now, obviously, when you make something yourself like this, where, the presents are supposed to be kind of a surprise, doesn't really work if you're the one who's populating them. So what I would probably be inclined to do if I were doing this, like what I'm going to say for reals, not for fakes kind of a thing, because this is obviously an example, is I would make myself a wish list on any of my favorite stationery stores, give that to a person that I know, like, and trust, and say, hey, here's the wish list. You can get anything off there, and you can just put it into these little bags for me. Hopefully you have somebody in your life who would do something like that, but cute, cute, cute. We'll put that to the side. Now, when it comes to getting our stationery items in a way that is cost effective, because again, we don't want to break the bank on making a DIY advent calendar, I of course decided to hit up Journal Say because they have a lot of excellent things, and I got myself a massive box of stuff to put in my little stationery bags. Of course, we have other places like you can go to Stationery Pal. We've got like, I don't know, a whole bunch of them. The two in main that I like to use though are Journal Say and Stationery Pal. Stationery Pal I use more for pens and such, and kind of like my basic items, like basic washi tapes, that kind of thing. Journal Say is where I would go for more like decorative items. Now, the thing with Journal Say in particular is that there is a lot of different stuff on there, and this is why building a wish list is really important, because you don't want the person who's trying to build this for you to get you a bunch of stuff that, like, isn't your style, yeah? The entire point is that we're making a what, advent calendar that we actually like, and we're actually gonna use all the items in, or at least the majority of them. So you could always give this person, like, guiding principles of, like, "Hey, I like these kind of things. I like stickers, not tapes. I like papers, not stickers," or, like, whatever. You could tell them kind of general styling, like, "I like, the kind of, like, dark, moody, witchy kind of vibe as opposed to, like, the cutesy pastel kind of vibe." But again, if you don't trust them to make the right choices, just build a wish list. We love a wish list. It means you get the things you actually want. They love a link, kind of a thing. Also, if you're going to be sending them over to Journal Say, make sure to give them my discount code because we love savings and it's the holiday season and we don't want to break the bank on this stuff. So, I'm gonna open this guy up. Oh, beautiful box. I'm not going to be able to hold that open though, so we'll just feed that under there and hope for the best. Now, we have already gone in here and tried to remove some of the plastic around items because we have a bunch of different stuff in here. But effectively what we need to do then is just pick and choose items out. I do definitely have more than 24 items here because there are 24 little bags. So you would just kind of double up on items that are maybe a little bit smaller and put them together in a bag. So for instance, like maybe these two ones we could put together in a bag and be like, hey, that's like one of your presents for one of the days, which is kind of exciting. You don't also have to put stationery in every single bag either. You could have ones that are filled with like, little wrapped chocolates or anything like that. Anything that's kind of cutesy and small and will actually fit into your party bags. So my larger party bag is this size, and my smaller party bag is this size. So it's really just thinking about like which items are going to be most approachable in each of those bags. They're actually going to like make sense in the bag that I put them in. Like for instance, if I put in, or at least attempt to put something like this into this bag, I will just end up hurting the item, which is not a good idea. This one though is a little paper pack with some nice little pictures and such. I think we get 2 of each design. Oh, 3 of each design. Excellent. Little feathers, which is kind of cute. Thought it would be kind of nice for some collagey materials and such. All of the items that I'm going to show off here, like I do have them linked in the description, but oh my gosh, the Journal Say links get so long and you only get so many characters in the description box. So I'm like trying to jam pack them in and like, what a mission. But this one very nicely fits into the little bag. So we put in the little bag. We can do the drawstring if you want to. Obviously, if you have items that are taller, like the one that I've got here, you don't want to pull the drawstring too tight, but then we just put the number on it and put that away so that I can unwrap it one day, which is kind of cute. Alrighty. We're not going to actually put that in the bag though. We're going to have a look at all of these items so I can actually decide which ones need to get doubled up so that they can go into the party bags together. I'm going to keep calling them party bags because that's kind of what they feel like. But if as we go through you have any questions about this or about anything else, you just let me know. As I said, links to all of this stuff is in the description box, but get everything out of the box so that we can look at them and organize them. What a mission. There we go. Put this to the side. Oh, so carefully, so carefully. But what I'm going to be doing this year is, because I don't usually get an advent calendar. I'm not usually a fan of chocolate in general, which a lot of the ones that you get in like the supermarket and stuff, they're chocolate based. So I've never really been like that inclined to get one, I suppose. But this year I bought these, these little bags that I showed you. I bought a set for myself and a set for Vogel, and Vogel and I are going to be doing like make it for each other little advent calendars. I need to think of what items I want to put in his advent calendar though. I've got like a couple of ideas. Because of course, like we've said, you can do this for stationery, like we're kind of looking at here, or you could do it for just eclectic little bits and pieces that you think that the person you're making it for is going to be able to enjoy and such. Let's say make the bag and then number each day and to draw a number and open that bag so it's a bit of a surprise. And that's a sensible idea to do it because then you do get a bit of a surprise. Because what I was kind of thinking is that you would, like another solution here is you'd put stuff in the bags, not number them as you go, and then just like tie them up. Put the stuff in, tie it up, and then just like randomly assign numbers to each of the bags kind of a thing. Or you could make it more of a lucky dip type deal, or you could have it so that, like you said, you kind of assign the numbers to each of the bags and then do a random like number pick rather than going day 1, day 2, day 3, let's say. Yeah, I like the idea of advent calendars, but I haven't seen any that I feel are worth the money. I know, right? It's the kind of thing like because some of them are so expensive because, they're like, high quality items, luxury items, or whatever, or at least you think they're high quality. You hope they're high quality. But then you don't actually want to see what's inside them because it kind of ruins the surprise. But then you also feel like you need to see what's inside them so that you know that you're getting your money's worth. This is effectively my solution to this because you're only buying items that you would actually like to use, you'd want to use. And then you don't necessarily know which one's going in which day, but at least it's like half as a surprise. And this is why I'm a supporter of make the wish list, give it to somebody else. If, for instance, you're trying to do this and you kind of want a surprise, but there are some items that you just those are the ones that you actually want, make 2 wish lists. Make the please, 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 please do put this in here or I'll cry, and these would be nice to have. So fill in the rest of the space with these. That could be an option. Let's see. You're doing an advent calendar with stationery with a friend. Oh, that's nice. Yay. Can't wait to start packing everything and then give it to her. I know. I think that there's a lot of joy in building a good gift for somebody else, I find, or at least I think there's a lot of joy in it. So I'm really excited about doing this advent calendar for Vogel and try to think about okay, well, what kind of things would he actually enjoy and like, and what kind of things could I put in there that are kind of, small enough to fit into said little bags, kind of a thing, need to be relatively little. But they're still gonna spark joy and he's actually going to use them, kind of a thing. Let's see. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you here. It's always nice when people actually make it along to a live stream, which is cool. Let's see. I think that my color changed for some reason. Everything's coming up pink. I'm not sad about it, but it seems interesting. Alrighty. So in terms of items, not all of these are going to fit into the little bags. Notably, some of them are quite large, but I figured that I still grabbed them because I wanted them. Teehee. So it's Christmas come early. Huzzah. As said, we want to do this earlier rather than later, because if you leave them till I don't know, the last week of November or whatever, these things still have to ship to you, and advent calendars, depending on what style you're using, some of them start on the 1st of December. So we need to make sure that we're getting ahead of the game on this. Okay, so I got a set of cards, which do I play cards? No, but I thought that these would actually make for really cute decoration in a journal. So what they call the City of Magic cards or whatever. And they just have some really pretty pictures on them. So the back of them has this City of Magic design type deal. And then if we flip them over, we can see I've obviously got them the wrong way up, but they've got really cute artistry on them. So I thought it would be really cute for some kind of has anybody read Once Upon a Broken Heart? Because this just gives me Once Upon a Broken Heart vibes. We of course have the number cards, which are pretty traditional type of a deal, but in terms of our royals and the ace, they look a little bit special. Oh, excellent. I don't necessarily know that all of them make sense, but they're still cute. So I thought that these would actually make for really nice decoration. I was actually thinking about Deck of TBR-a-thon when I picked these up. So this would be a really nice one to fit very easily into a bag. Also, if you you're thinking stocking stuffers as well, because that's also something you can use these items for, a deck of cards is a pretty good stocking stuffer because it gives you something to do on the day. I love stocking stuffers that can be played by multiple people rather than just the person who got it. But City of Magic, I think that one in theory would fit into the mini bag. So just sits in there, which is kind of nice. And then we just drawstring it, tie it up, put that one to the side. There we go. Excellent. That's one. I know I said I was going to organize them, but I feel like that one just feels like it should go by itself type of a deal. So obviously we have some different kind of sets of things. I'm going to go through and do them kind of by category just to make life a little bit easier for ourselves. And given the fact that I started with a deck of cards, we're going to start with everything that's not a sticker, a tape, or a paper. So the next kind of item would probably be these ones. These are stencils. I've been getting into the kind of realm of ink and stamping recently, and I thought that having some stencils would be really cool. I've seen, I think her name's called Mum's Craft Art or something like that on Instagram. I know that is not actually her handle, but she does some amazing work with rainbow blending of inks over stencils, and I just thought it'd be really cool to have a go for that myself. But this one comes with a jump ring so that I can put them all on a ring and just flick through them, which is kind of cool. I'm going to try and take this plastic off in a way that doesn't completely ruin everybody's ears, but we will slide these ones out of here. I'm gonna need to find a way to store these as well. So we have a cheetah print, leopard print. Cheetahs are spots, leopards are splotches. Okay, leopard print. We have some kind of paint splatters, which I know that these are really hard to see. I really should have thought about the background that I'm using here, but I didn't. So, paint splatters. We have a zazzy kind of like weird looking grid type deal. Yeah, mum run craft. Thank you. I'm like, I know that there's like something about mum in there and there's something about craft in there. Like, but her work is really, really good. This one looks like a kind of stone path or possibly dinosaur skin, one of the two. We've got that one. We've got kind of like a little brick wall-esque kind of pattern. So I just thought that these would be really good for background building. This one is more of a kind of uniform brickish pattern. Grid, looking cute. Little sprinkles, stars type of a deal, and then back to the leopard. So we've got some of those, which I don't think I'm going to be able to fit those into my mini bags, but I don't care because I like them. So these ones would be more of a, hey, stocking stuffer. We'll put that like in the kind of Christmas Day package as opposed to the, on the lead up to Christmas packages because it wouldn't really fit in there. I'm not going to be able to get this back into this packet right now. It's doing me a struggle. Yeah, excellent, fabulous, good job, me. Yeah, you thought seafoam. Seafoam is probably a nicer way to think of it. I was like, oh yeah, this looks like dinosaur skin texture. Not that I've ever seen a real dinosaur. I'm not quite that old, but if there were dinosaurs and they had skin, I feel like that's what it would look like. So other stencil-y bits that we got here, we've got another packet that has a similar kind of deal, except for the fact that it's a little bit larger. I feel like I'm gonna have to buy some ink, honestly. Like I have, what are they? The Distress Oxide inks, which are absolutely great for bullet journaling because they just do not bleed through your journal at all. You can't get those at Journal Say, but it's just, they're very, very good for this kind of thing. And I thought that using those would be good, but it would be nice to get a bigger range of colors, I think, because at the moment I only have, well, I say only, I've got like 12 or so of them, but I think it would be nice to have a couple more colors, a little bit more variety. I'm spoiled by things like Tombow. So we'll go through these ones fairly quickly, and I'm not going to name the designs because I obviously have a hard time with that, but this one is a wood grain pattern. There you go, wood grain pattern. Hopefully you can see that one. Yeah, that one's a very fragile one because the pieces are quite long. Got this guy here, which I know that everything's very tricky to see, but maybe at the end, if we have some time, we'll go back through them and have a look. Zazzy pattern. This one actually has quite a few in it as well, and these ones are larger, and some of the pieces in them are a little bigger, so it would be kind of making sure that you lay it down on your page in a way that it can't move, so probably like washi taping the edges or something. Oh, this one would have been perfect for last week, but of course we opened it now, so but I think that some of them I probably wouldn't be so inclined to use. Like this floral one, I probably wouldn't really want to use that this much. This one reminds me of both, like, what are they? The Middle Eastern tile kind of pattern, but then also Christmas baubles because they're all in circles. So you could just do an individual circle design and put that on for like Christmas. I think that'd be kind of cute. Some more floral-esque kind of pieces. I wish that this one was just a straight hexagon rather than having the bees and the flowers because I am a sucker for a hexagon pattern, but I still think it's kind of cute. We've got some balls and strings. Again, this one's got very large pieces, so quite fragile. We need to be careful with that one. Whoopa. This one's actually really cool. It's just like very large leaf kind of pattern, which is nice. Yeah, never too late or early for Halloween. What is it? There's 365 days to Halloween. 364 or whatever. Yes, I've already seen the memes for that one come up, which is great. I like spooky season. I like this pattern as well. That's really cool. But I like spooky season. I'm just like, I think I'm more of a Christmas fan than I am a Halloween fan. What do you guys reckon? Are you more of a Halloween fan or more of a Christmas fan, or you don't celebrate either and you'd much rather celebrate like New Year's or something like that? I guess the long story short of it is what's your favorite holiday? But I think that I'm more of a Christmas person. Hello, Vogel. What's up? Vogel's here stealing my boxes because we had package day recently and I never took my recycling out of my office. Let's see. Alrighty, Team Christmas. Excellent. I'm Team Christmas. So we'll put those ones away. I'm not going to restack them and put them in their bag because they've gotten a little out of order. Let's see. Christmas, we don't do Halloween. Yeah, Halloween is not necessarily something that is widely celebrated here. I like the excuse to decorate things and kind of like, Halloween, different vibes kind of a thing. And I like the opportunity to make what we call spooky food. So it's like I made little skeleton cake pops. Those were kind of cute. But outside of that, I think I just like Christmas more. I think it's also because of Christmas we get a day off, which is kind of nice too. Let's see. Oh gosh, I really should have put this down as a poll, shouldn't I have? Let's see. We've got Halloween for sure, closely followed by Christmas. Halloween for me, but I love Christmas too. Nice. Christmas all the way. Halloween, Christmas, Halloween, Team Halloween. Why would you pit the two bad biscuits against each other? Yeah, I know. I apologize. Let's see. I'm a Grinch, mainly working from retail while at school. I hate Christmas music now. That's fair. I love Christmas music at any time that isn't Christmas. So if it's April and it's like, I don't want to laugh for Christmas, it's great. But at Christmas time, I'm like, no, it's a no from me. But other items that are not stickers or papers or tapes, we also have. I don't know why, I've just gotten really into different types of cutting tools recently. So this one is a pen with a sharp blade on the end of it. I don't know how easy that is to see. Probably not super, but there is a very fine point on there, and I thought this would be really good for kind of like fussy cutting out my stickers. I've been printing a lot of my headers on sticker paper recently and cutting them out with my larger craft knife, but I thought that something that looks a little bit more delicate might be kind of nice. If you are going to put sharp implements into your stationery bags, make sure that they are securely like fastened down or something. We don't want somebody to open up their stationery bag and get impaled like with this. That's not a fun way to open up your advent bags at all. So keeping the cap on, making sure it's nice and tight. It actually does stay on fairly well, which is good. So this one's kind of cute. I'm looking forward to using this, giving it a go. But you had that blade pen recently, but pressed too hard and the body of it snapped. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me because that doesn't sound like a good time. Fingers crossed. Oh gosh, now I'm going to be too worried to use it, and I'm going to be applying like the lightest pressure possible. But other items that we got that were not papers or stickers or tapes, I got myself a mini stamp cleaner set. So this one came with the kind of little body here, and then also with some all-purpose cleaner for the stamps. And the idea is that on the inside of this, it has this kind of like what looked like plastic bristles on the website, but is actually kind of more. It's not a felt, but I think you can possibly see that there is a texture to it, and I think it's easier to see when there's, like, a shadow on it from my hand, but there is a slight texture to this because it has these little kind of bristles, and the idea is that you just take your stamp, you spritz it down so that it has some cleaner on it, and then just buff them out on this so that you can get the ink off, and then you can also, in theory, take these pieces out and wash them as well. Have not yet used it because we're only just opening this, but I think that for somebody who kind of avoids using stamps because I can never clean them well, or I never really had an easy way to clean them. It just kind of became like a too hard basket for me. I think that these two would be really good. Now, this is very much one of those cases where you get somebody a Christmas present and then you get them batteries as well. I would put these in the same bag together. I don't think it'll actually fit in the bag, but I put these together so that then you can actually use it rather than getting one and then the other, because then you have to wait an entire day or more depending on which bags they end up in. Boo hiss. So those two are pretty cute. I'm excited to use those with my stamps and maybe do some more stamping. I'm interested about the idea. I think the thing that interests me about stamps is that they're effectively like infinite stickers because you just, funnily enough, stamp them and you can use them as many times as you want. Whereas a sticker, once you place it, it's done. If you have a digital sticker, of course, you can like print and cut more and stuff like that, but a stamp is just like the easy version of that. I say easy, there's obviously some finessing that needs to go into stamping successfully, and I do not have that skill just yet, but it's fine. So, in terms of other bits and pieces, this is where we get into the other categories. So I have become more and more of a fan of stickers recently, so I got a bunch of those. We, of course, have some papers that are kind of in palettes that I already know and like, and then we have a whole bunch of tapes. I'm going to start with pushing all these tapes to the side because we won't start with tape. There we go. Don't let the ink dry on the stamp. Clean it immediately and it'll be as new. Good to know. Yeah, I think that's also the thing, is that because I didn't have an at-desk solution for cleaning the stamps, I'm hoping that having that stamp cleaning pad nearby and accessible is going to just make my life a little bit easier when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. So, I don't know which ones of these are papers and which ones are stickers. So, you are a sticker, you are a paper. Paper, 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 paper. I'm going to say paper. I'm going to say that those are papers as well. This one is Nature Bliss stickers. Papers. This one looks like papers. We're going to call them papers, even though they might well be stickers. So I apologize if they're in the wrong section. Stickers. Sticker, 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 paper. Paper. I know Halloween's over. I didn't care. I thought it was too cute. I had to get it. We have stickers, 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 stickers. Paper, paper, and stickers. So we're going to start with stickers because I want to, teehee, and then we'll move on to the paper stack. Whoosh. So these ones are kind of nice because they are in smaller little bag kind of things. So you can put them into the little bags that we've got, kind of a thing. And of course, some of these, like, you could double up on, you could put multiple in one day, kind of a thing, so that you've got a couple of things to unwrap on one day, which is kind of cute. But probably could have put these in a better order as well. This is the only sticker book I got, and it will not fit in one of the bags that I have. If you are going to get larger pieces, make sure that you get larger bags. But these ones just have a bunch of kind of like gothic-esque kind of inspired looking pieces in both a dark color palette and then also kind of more of a, I'm going to say dark rainbow, because like this is kind of purplish, and then we've got one that's kind of greenish and such. Yeah. The bats on the paper were really, really cute, eh? Like, purple, 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 darker, darker again. So we've got a couple of different colorways in here. I feel like these ones, they're not necessarily super cohesive with each other, but they could be used with other bits and pieces in the collection of stuff that I got. So I thought they'd be kind of a cute little book to have. I do like a sticker book. Usually because if you get a sticker book or even like one of these sticker packs, but mainly sticker books because they usually come with more stickers, they are usually kind of in a similar theming type thing, which means that you can build out different kind of journal layouts with it, which I appreciate. So this one here, we're not going to open all these packets because it's just going to take way too long to try and get them in and out. But thankfully, they do show you on the back what to expect. I thought this one would be really cute for just like a simple kind of setup, maybe one that's for reset week or something like that, where I only have one layout to do. But I thought these would be really cute. I also have been thinking about, for my reading journal next year, not just going with browns and beiges. Have I shown you my reading journal yet? I haven't put the video out, of course, but in terms of the way that I think I'm going to tackle my reading journal next year, I'm going to be doing kind of monthly themes in it. And because there are a lot less pages that I set up in those, I figured that these kind of sticker packs would work quite well with that. So this one just has some cute little orange florals. This one has kind of like fairy gates, and it's got like the little mushrooms, so it looks like, very fantasy, whimsical, realm to a new world type deal. Because I was also possibly thinking about, for any stories that I read next year that I really enjoy, maybe I'll make some larger kind of collage-y type review pages, because I love it when people online do them, and I'm like, you know what, I am a sucker for jumping onto a trend, so why not? No. It's more so I'm like, I get the FOMO and I'm just like, I want to do that too. So I thought I might give it a go. We also have effectively the full range of these little bottles, because I just thought that they were so stinking cute. I say effectively, I did. I got the full range of them. So we have, I feel like we need to put these in rainbow order, otherwise it's going to upset me. I don't want to be upset. There we go. So we have the full rainbow collection of these bottles. I'll flip them over so that we can actually see what they look like. But I thought that these ones were really sweet as well. So we have the kind of pink red colorway, which is very gorgeous. I'm going to be saying pretty and gorgeous and cute a lot in this video. Do not turn it into a drinking game. None of us will survive. So having said that, I should probably take a sip. Oof. But we've got some little yellow orange kind of ones, which is very cute. We have the green ones, very pretty. And the thing is like, when it comes to stickers, typically I was in team like functional. I was like, oh, if I'm going to use a sticker in my journal, it's going to be something that's there for like the kind of functional structure of the page rather than decoration because I just didn't know how to use them. But I've been experimenting more with them at the moment, and I'm kind of coming around to the idea of decorative stickers because they just make your decorations so dang easy. Like you slap a sticker down, it looks pretty, and it's done. Huzzah. So these ones I would probably sprinkle throughout the calendar month in terms of my, advent calendar. So maybe pair them up with a couple of other things or whatnot. So like they weren't all at the same time, but it's kind of cute. It's like a little theme. Put that one to the side and get our bevy. Tink. We have. I thought these ones would be kind of nice because they're like neutral color palette. They're just little kind of labels. I probably won't write on them. I could do possibly, but I probably won't. I just thought they were kind of little and cute. Because if you kind of look at it compared to my thumbnail size, like they're not very large. They're going to be more like embellishments. We have these ones, which I thought looked cool as kind of like page runners. They've got a slight shine to them. You can hopefully see that in the outlining of the floral. And in terms of the pieces we have for that one, you can see that they've got slightly different designs. One of them has a little bird on it type of a deal. But I thought that would be kind of pretty for like edge of page type thing. Yeah, most of the things that I was thinking about here were thinking about my reading journal and how I would possibly use these in the reading journal. Now, this one is a series that has a couple of other colorways, but they're all like potion bottle-esque type of a thing. So we've got some yellow bottles on the back here, which have their little kind of like old-timey labels and stuff, which I thought looked really cool. We've got these ones, which are kind of more, I don't know, gray neutral type of a color palette. And then these green ones, which I was like, absolutely, yes, stunning. We love them. They look so good. So had to get those ones as well. Excellent. I've been keeping these ones in the packet in particular because these stickers are all loose stickers. So if I open them up, then they all kind of go everywhere. So I'm going to end up putting them in my sticker book. The way that I actually keep these stickers together is I just went and bought a couple of these sticker keepers from Archer and Olive. So I just kind of keep them in their little zippy pockets and such. Sometimes I keep them with their packaging so that I know what set they were, and also it gives me the full picture range of those stickers on the back, so it just makes it a little easier. And I try and put them so that they are kind of in themed spaces. So this one is all kind of like, dark and moody type deals. But I also have one that's more kind of like light and airy and cutesy kind of type deals as well. So we'll put those ones away. You made your first journal say order yesterday and now you're even more excited. Oh, awesome. Well, I hope that they arrive quickly and I hope that you love them. I was very pleased to see how quickly my package arrived, actually, because I live in New Zealand. It takes a while to get things to me oftentimes. You may disappear or may not end up on Journal Say's website. Yeah, I kid you not, went through their entire website to build out this order because I'm like, well, I don't want to miss anything that I might want or need. And I also want to make sure that I just pick all of the best items, or the ones that I, at the time, thought were the best. We have one that's just like a little stack of books, which is kind of cute. I thought that they were pretty sweet. So, reading journal makes sense. We have these ones, which are kind of just little kind of cloud shapes. I thought that they would make for good background imagery. And they also come in a range of different colors. So I got the purple and the kind of peach one. I thought they were kind of nice. And then we also have what's called Flower Diary. So these ones are Kiss Cut stickers. They're not just like one big sheet or anything, but they have a range of different designs and pieces. And I thought that this would be, again, good for kind of like collage-y style background kind of imagery and such. They are currently having a sale as well. Yeah, because I think that, in the lead up to 11/11, a lot of people have sales around that. And then we also have Thanksgiving and such. So the hard thing is that Thanksgiving, I know that it's usually later in November anyway, but if you're someone like me who lives kind of far away from all of the places that these things are shipping from, you kind of need to get in early. But I'm like, oh, I want to wait for the Black Friday sale, so it's tricky. But those are our stickers, or at least the ones that I have deemed to be stickers rather than papers. There are still probably some other stickers, but The nice part is that I also find is that a lot of these websites have coupons that stack as well. So you can use the sale coupon, which gives you like 11% off or something like that. I don't know. And then you can also use other kind of codes that you get. So, like, from me, which is like Jashi10 or Jashi or something like that. I never remember what the codes actually are because they're different for all the websites. And that's why I link them in the description box, because then I don't have to stuff it up. So, we also have paper packs. Yay! We'll bring all of these ones over. Notably, some of these are from the same listing, so I've kind of listed them as the same item below. You just go through and they've got like different variations of them. So these ones, for instance, would be something like that. They're all part of this called like travel notes junk journal series or whatnot. And they've got a range of different little pictures. It's like, bookish type of a thing. They've got couple of the same one, which is kind of nice. So, when you get a sticker or a piece of paper like this one or something like that, some decorative material, and you only have one of it, so you hoard it, this is good. You have one for hoarding, you have one for using, and then a second one for using when you stuff up the placement of the first one. Yay! So we've got options. But those ones are all kind of like bookshelf inspired and stuff like that. We'll just like have a look through some of the designs here. Looking pretty cute. I don't know why we would have a waterfall in the place that we have the bookshelves and the books are like underwater. It's cool. It doesn't have to make sense. A little bit strange. Thank you, Britta. I appreciate that. We've got, Journal says 8% off code with code JashiiCorrin. Heck yes, we love savings. So always attempt to add extra coupon codes in because we love a stackable discount system. We've got that one. We've got this one with like kind of old-timey machinery, and by that I mean like phonograph, camera, that kind of thing. More books, of course, a radio, a piano, looking cute. And then this one we kind of looked at before, so we've got more books, ink, quill, papers, whatever else. Looking pretty sweet. So I thought that those would be fun collage materials. The problem with these ones is that the pictures and imagery are quite pretty. So it's like, oh, I wouldn't want to put it in the background because I'd get kind of worried about covering up the pretty design and such. But then I also am like, you're not going to make it the feature image either, so it's a hard knock life. But those ones are very cute. We will put those to the side. I think that these ones would fit at least in my larger bag like we kind of had before, so I could slip that into one of the larger bags, and then I could possibly kind of combine it with another piece that's a little bit smaller and a little bit flat kind of a thing. Just need to make sure that I'm putting things in bags appropriately. So put that little bag to the side, looking very sweet. What's next? So I got a bunch of kind of I don't know why I got like so many different ticket designs this time around. So we have these ones that look like little moon phase stamps, and you just kind of pull them away from each other. They've got like a little perforation here, so we've got the same design on every single page. So those ones, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little stamp tickets per page. So we have that one. I then, of course, got these tickets, which is just a bunch of different ones. I don't know if they've got pictures on the back. Excellent. So we don't have to go through every single one of them, but we've got a range of different sizes and designs, all in that kind of like browns and beiges. Again, this is just really good for like collagey kind of materials, things that are kind of neutral. They blend into a background so that they don't distract too much from what you're putting on the page. These ones are war damage contribution. Okay. Odd names. That's another thing about Journal Say, is that finding things on there are very tricky because the naming of their items is not very like intuitive, I suppose. That's why I've linked everything that I've got in the description box so that you can just go straight there. It makes it a lot easier. But this one is kind of on vellum, little tickets, again, like blends into the background, quite nice. And this one has another just series of different bits and pieces. I'm actually tempted to open this one up because this one's just a really fat packet. It's just a lot of pieces in here. So let's see. We'll just move these guys out of the way so that we can move these out of the way. So we've got, let's say we've got some that are like the same, which is nice because it's always good to have a duplicate. This one that looks kind of like a piece of paper with some like tape on it and such. This one has like a butterfly and things like that. We've got some frames. Again, just really good for building up collagey type deals. These ones have little calendars on them, which is interesting. Like little calendar spaces, not actually days of the week or anything like that. Well, anyways, no numbers at least. little piece of floral paper, other bits and pieces. So lots of goodies to go through here. And I think that the nice part is that the print quality on these is actually not too bad. Sometimes when you get these kind of eclectic paper packs and such, the images themselves are actually really pixelated and they're not something that I would personally like to put into my journal. Like, even if it's just background imagery, I don't want the print quality to be kind of shoddy. That is not something that sparks joy. These ones actually are printed quite well, which I'm impressed with, especially considering it was like, what, a couple dollars, if that, for this entire stack of paper, and this is going to last me many, many moons. So putting those ones back in, keeping it safe, trying not to let any of our items escape. Like, you could take this paper pack and shove it into one of the little bags, but it's probably going to be nicer if you put it back into its packet. We would like to still keep the items safe. Let's see. So, in terms of, like I kind of mentioned at the start, with Journal Say, most of the time the things I'm looking for are decorative items. Like, we obviously had the stamp cleaner and we also had the little cutting tool and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm looking for things like papers and tapes and stickers, because that's kind of what they specialize in. If I were looking for more like pens and kind of like writable utensils, stationery-esque things, I would probably be hitting up places like Stationery Pal. If you wanted to get a little bit more kind of like deluxe, I suppose, with your advent bag though, you can just hit up like your favorite stores. As we mentioned, sales are coming up, like sales season is approaching. So if you go in with the intention of like, I'm looking for little bits and pieces that I can put into my stationery bags, then that can be something you could do as well. Now, this one we're opening up just because, one, there's no picture on the back, and two, it's just so dang cute. But I notably put my order in before Halloween was here, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get some Halloweeny paper. So we've got the little bats, super cute. We've got little witches' hats. We've got some cheeky little jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Some little pumpkins again as well. I think that this would make for a really fun kind of like vintage palette for a Halloween setup. I might use these next year. I'm gonna have to save them until then, but oh, so cute. We've got some little owls, more little sneaky cats, and again we've got two of each of these, some burbs, and then we've got look at them. Look at how cute they are. I'm a sucker for ghosts. Oh, so gorgeous. So an excellent range of papers here, and I think that there are plenty to make for the entire month, which is nice because, again, I'm thinking about these in terms of like monthly journal setups. So I would be like ripping these up and putting them into the corners of the pages and stuff and like layering them and such. But it's a very cute palette. I like that all of the papers felt very cohesive in this one. And now we can put it back into its packet so it's nice and safe. I don't know if you necessarily want to put Halloween-esque kind of papers into your Christmas advent bags or whatnot, or like Halloween advent bags. I don't know. Do other holidays do advent bags? I don't think so, because advent is like a Christmas thing. But there we go. We need to get this part out because I need to put the little cap on so that they're nice and safe. Got to keep it safe. And I'm going to keep the ghosties in front because I thought they were gorgeous. But of course, now as Halloween's over, I mean, technically even before Halloween was over, everybody has started to release their Christmas-esque type things. The thing that I find with Christmas-themed items in advent bags or advent calendars is that you're already in the throes of December, and if you want to set your journal up for December, you're probably, I mean, I'm not assuming here, but you're probably going to do that before December starts. And that was possibly one of the, I'm going to say issues. It wasn't really an issue, but one of the issues that I took with the Hubman and Chubb Girl stationery calendar. Don't get me wrong, absolutely gorgeous, excellent quality, very nice pieces, but all of them are like themed for Christmas. They're all gingerbread man themed and stuff that you would use in your journal for Christmas-esque kind of stuff. But you're opening the last piece of that on the 24th of December. Like, December's already pretty much mostly over by that point, and you're getting items that you would probably have wanted to use before then. So I'm like, do we just open the advent calendar before December? Like that doesn't seem very in the theme of things or in the spirit of it, I suppose. That's why when I was thinking about items that I would put in mine, I'm like kind of trying to stay away from Christmassy themed things because I don't necessarily want to open Christmas themed things during the Christmas season. I want my Christmas themed things before the Christmas season so I can use them in the Christmas season. That kind of makes sense? Anyway, so 2 other items that I got. I've gotten these before, and that's why I picked them up again because I really like them. I use them in my reading journal for headers. So I'll show you an example because my reading journal's like right here. So you can see here with the one that says book bingo, this is just a little paper ticket that's from the same range as these ones. So anytime that they have a collection, because I don't have these 2 in particular, they always have a tan, a pink, and then kind of like a beige, light cream pink kind of color. And then all of these are just the exact same picture printed over and over again. So this one here has some kind of like simple floral decoration-y bits, thistle question mark on the side, which is kind of nice. And then these ones have little jars and like a little cloche type thing, which I probably wouldn't use these ones for headers because they have a picture that's kind of printed on them. It's a little larger, but for collaging materials, I would use those. So those ones are cute. Put those ones to the side. Also put my reading journal back where it belongs. Okay, actually, look at how fat she's getting. She's chonky. Oh, she's actually really, really heavy as well. But putting that one to the side. So probably make it a new year kind of theme. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you kind of, especially if you're the kind of person who does wait for December to set up your new journal. Like some of us, we make content for the internet, so we start a little earlier. But if you're the kind of person who is going to wait until December to start setting up your new journal and you want new journaling supplies and stuff like that, it'd be great for that. So you could think about like, what kind of decoration do I want to start the new year with? What kind of supplies do I really enjoy or I'm curious about or anything like that? That would be something to put in there. So for instance, like if I was going to build myself a stationery advent calendar, like obviously we're looking at that today, but I'm mainly thinking about decorative supplies. If I was thinking about staple items, I'd be thinking like, oh, I want to put in Tombow 990 because that is my favorite light brown Tombow. I use it to death and my current one is running out. I would want to put in things like tape runner because that's going to be really, really useful. I'm going to put in things like Tombow N89 because again, it's a pen that I know I'm going to use. I've used multiple of them to literal death, Requiescat and Pache. Like, it would be good to have more of those in my stash. So, putting that to the side though, we have this one, which is just, again, another little kind of paper pack, which also has some stickers in it randomly. I don't think I'm going to use these stickers in my journal, but I do like the shininess. I'll probably put these in the back of my journal, my current back of journal. I've been, previously I would use it as a washi graveyard, but because I haven't been using as much washi, I've been using it as like a random kind of like sticker collection. So this is what's currently at the back of my journal. Like, I got a sticker from Rachel. These ones were from some of Rachel's sticker books that she was getting rid of. We have ones that I got at like Go Wild and such. We have a couple of pieces of tape from a recent video and things. I don't know if you can see, but there's also a sticker in here that came off the top of this tape actually, because when I was unwrapping it, the sticker came off nice and easy. So I was like, okay, there we go. That tape is one that we're going to look up in the tape section, but lots of little bits and pieces there. So these ones will probably end up being in the back of my journal at some point. Let's say you're shamelessly waiting for Black Friday to shop for your new journal setup. Completely understand that. Yeah, one of the things that I was thinking about when I was going through and adding items to my cart for this haul in particular was like, ooh, what might I want to use in my reading journal setup? Because I figured like, oh yeah, it's going to arrive before the reading journal setup has started. And then I just got impatient and started my reading journal anyway. So we're going to be using them later in the reading journal. But we got a couple more stickers with some kind of holographic foiling on them and such. And then we're into the papers, which is kind of the main reason I actually got this pack. So this one, I just thought that they were kind of like dark and moody. And I thought it'd be kind of nice to have a couple of those in my collection. Lots of different little patterns and such. So these are, again, the kind of pieces that I would like rip up and put into different kind of like corners of the page and such. Let's see. be cool to have a stationary advent calendar that was like every 2 days was for a month, one seasonal, one holiday. Oh, that'd be cute. So days 1 and 2 would be January, winter, New Year's, etc. Nah, that'd be really, really cool. I think that'd be a really good way to theme it, kind of thing. And if you are making the advent calendar for yourself, then obviously like that level of thought can be put into it. You can get those kind of things and put them in there. If I were trying to get Vogel to do an advent calendar for me, which I mean technically I am, he's probably not going to put a lot of stationery in there. He might, but I would probably want to kind of like let go of the reins a little bit, because I like it's this really hard thing. I like the idea of a surprise. I like being surprised, but more so, I like being pleasantly surprised. So it's like you need to kind of find somebody who's going to be able to build you an advent calendar and do it right. And that's why I'm a sucker for a wish list. I love people who give me wish lists. It just makes shopping for the holiday season so much easier. But this one here, you can see the patterns that we have on the back. This one's kind of like a little bit lacy. I don't know if the edges of the paper are actually lacy. We're going to open it up just so that I can have a look at that. So you use the stickers from the top of the washi to stick to the outside of your baggies. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I think that's a good way to do it, especially when you start to kind of use some of the pieces of it up. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can see that the edges of them are totally cut out. I don't know if you can really see it. Like, it's maybe not the easiest thing to see, but see? So it's actually kind of like Lacy-esque kind of looking thing. We've got good quality of black. I mean, like, for stationery that you're getting that is like a bit cheaper than, high print quality, this is decent black for that. Sometimes when you get these things printed off, they look very, very grey. This one still has a bit of punch to it, which is nice. We've got some more designs here as well. Ooh, that one's quite pretty. So again, collaging materials. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm good at collaging, but I enjoy trying. It's nice to have a go. So we can put that one to the side. But I think that one would again probably fit into my larger bag. Just like that. There we go. Got a cute. We can like pull that tight, but not too tight because it's still quite tall. So again, making sure that we get bags that are appropriately sized for what we're getting. But I wanted little ones because I thought they were cuter. So we can put the papers to the side, and now we're onto tape. Yay! Whee! Okay, don't roll too far away, friendo. So we'll bring all of our tapes back. I've gone through and at least removed the plastic outside of them because I didn't want to make too much annoying ASMR-esque kind of noises at you, because that's not really the business, or at least it's not the business I'm in, let's put it that way. So we've got tink, a good opportunity to have a bevy. Let's see. Tempted to give all the stuff to a friend and have them pack them up. Know what's coming, but then not when. Yeah. That'd be kind of fun. I think that's also an opportunity for, giving yourself a surprise moment. It's like, hey, these are all of my items. Can you just like package them into the different baggies? And I don't necessarily know which one I'm going to get on which day, which is kind of exciting. Also, I do not recommend this, but if you, I don't know, have a couple drinks and then go on the journal's website, then like, you don't necessarily know what's going to arrive. Do not do that. That is not a recommendation. But anyway, so I know that this is the cheerleader effect, but I didn't care because I thought it was really cute. So we've got a bunch of different kind of like fall-esque inspired tapes in this one. I think that they're mostly like a fall kind of color palette. But these ones are all a PET kind of tape, and I thought they'd be really cute for making things like waterfall Dutch doors and such. I thought that would be kind of a sweet idea. So we can put those ones to the side. Those ones won't necessarily fit into a baggie as a box. Well, they might. Might just fit, like, if we really kind of, like, ram it in. I need an extra hand. Like, it would just make my life a little easier. Can we fit it into the bag? I can do this. I can do this. Yes. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Done. I'm not taking it out of it. It lives here now. So, there's a day. Done. Just, like, tie that one up. Cute little Santa sack. Dee-dee-dee-dee. So, put that one to the side. Yeah, does not say. yeah, there we go. Make better choices than Jess suggests. But okay, I wasn't going to open all of these, but I feel like some of these they deserve to be opened and admired type of a deal. So this one has chess pieces on it. So That one's like chest kind of tape. And again, I was kind of thinking reading journal for this one, but I just thought that they looked really cool. I don't know which chess piece this is, but I'm still down for it. I'd play that game. So I thought that one looked pretty awesome. So this one's very cute. We'll roll that one back up. Whoopa. The nice part about the tapes, like the individual rolls of tape and such like this, they fit into the bags a lot easier. Let's see. What was the idea? I love an idea. Used to have a secret Santa gift exchange for your Bowie group, and it was so fun to buy gifts for friends. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I think that Secret Santa-esque kind of things are a lot of fun, and I think that that would totally be something that would be really fun to do in the community. I don't know how it would get organized. Totally could be something that gets done through Discord, but I need to actually investigate that. And that sounds like too hard basket for me right now, but maybe at some point. So these ones are part of the same listing. I think they're put down in the description box as like tan tapes or something because I'm like, it's tan enough. But this is another maybe slight gripe that I have with the Journal Say website is that you look at the picture of an item, it looks really cute, but it's not like quite your style, so you don't go into it. But if you actually go into a lot of the listings, some of them have a lot of different options that aren't necessarily very matchy-matchy. Like on the same PET listing, you will have some very cutesy things and some very kind of like gothic, moody kind of stuff at the same time. These two are part of the same listing though. I think there's another one that's actually part of the same listing too. This guy. Maybe. I think they're all possibly kind of they're in it together, or maybe this one's called butterfly tickets or something. I can't remember what I labeled it as. But these ones I thought again would be good for like layering, collaging, that kind of thing. Whee! Let's see. Easy list of gift suggestions. Pens, pencils, stencils, stickers, washi, stamps, ink cleaner. Ink, comma, cleaner, adhesive, papers, cleaners, storage, shopping gift card, patternage scissors, cover grid spacer, trimmer. Yes, lots of different options. Tweezers is another one. I didn't think I was going to need tweezers until I actually started using my tweezers, and I was like, wow, I should have gotten these a lot sooner because these are actually really, really helpful. In particular, good quality tweezers, because I did previously get ones from, I think, Stationery Pal, and the edges were quite rough, which my stickers didn't like so much. So I got a new pair from Alta Nu, because I got it at my table at Go Wild, and they worked really well. I still use them. I still quite like them. This one is I don't know if you can really see it. It's got like a chain pattern on it, but the chain pattern is holographic. I really wish it was just flat black. I think I'd probably prefer it, but it has a range of different chains, so you'd probably just cut down whichever one you want to use and use that to like put on a page border or something like that. So that one's kind of cute. We have this one here, which I'm not going to open this one because I already have an open one over here. And I figured that it'd just be easier to open this one. So this one, which we have already opened. But you can see that this one has like drawn florals. I was going to use this in my reading journal. Decided not to because they weren't quite big enough for me. But I then also got one. This one is Rachel's because mine hadn't arrived yet. I was like, hey, can I have a look and see if this would work in my reading journal? But I think that they're gorgeous. It looks kind of like a coloring book. You wouldn't actually be able to color these in unless you had like a very, very specific type of pen because this is a PET material, but I did think it was really pretty. So yeah, love that for a blackout journal. Yeah, that'd be kind of cute. That'd be a cute look. I'd vibe with that. So that would be this one. I got a couple of these leafy design ones because I just thought that they would make for really nice page runners. So we'll open that up so we can have a look. So this one has, very typical kind of fall leaves type of a deal. And you can see the repeat on it is quite short. So I'd probably only use it to like line the edge of a page or something like that. But it is pretty cute. Waking up to just showing off stationery. Yes. Well, good morning or evening, depending on when you're waking up. I'm going to say good morning because you just woke up. Good morning. Let's see. Where was the Gothic Skellington PET stickers that you opened first? Ooh, Gothic Skellington PET stickers. Honestly, I would just open up every single link in the sticker section down below. If it's the sticker book, there was only one sticker book, so that one was kind of easy. But in terms of the Gothic Skellington stickers, I think that, yeah, just going to the links in the description box is probably your best bet because it's really hard to remember which listing everything came on. I apologize. This one looks quite interesting. It's like stamps and it. Oh, okay, okay. I'll actually open this one and show it to you because I'm getting myself distracted. Now, this one, while it looks like they are PET pieces, they are actually individual stickers. So they actually come off as an individual piece, which is quite nice. So this one has a lot of different like space kind of themed stamp kind of bits. Let's see. It was on the roll. Oh, okay, okay. Yep. Everything here is from Journal Say. Everything that we're looking at is from Journal Say, and everything's linked in the description box. So the one with the skull on it is probably in the PET tape sticker spot, and it probably says like chess or skull or something. I don't think we've actually looked at the skull one yet, so it probably says chess. Or it says skull because they were part of the same listing. Because I tried to make sure that anything that I've put in the description box, I've only listed once because I didn't have that many characters. So this one is what I would probably have called the skull one, mainly because it has a skull on it. I know, very original naming, but definitely not as original as the Journal Say listings because their listing names are weird. But this one has, again, a bit of like kind of foiling to it, which you can probably see, and skeleton ribcage, skeleton in a bird cage. Oh, this one doesn't even have a skeleton. What the heck? Yeah, skull in a mirror, skull in a bird cage, skull playing the violin. Oh, sword in the skull. Yeah, I like these ones. I think that they looked really cool. So, quite a few designs on that one. I think it'll make for a very fun journal theme. I again wish that some of these were not like holographic. Like, I don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for a sparkle, but I do think that this one in particular would benefit from not being quite so shiny. But it's still a cute design, so it's fine with me. It's gonna be great in my advent bag. Oh yeah. There we go. We can just bring some more of the kind of like spookiness, the spooky season to the Christmas time. So these ones that I started looking at and then stopped because I got distracted. So as said, we did have the fall leaves from before, which would make for a good kind of runner. We also have this one, which is actually a different listing. I think this one I wrote down as like floral something or whatever. But this one has kind of like some densely packed floral pieces, and I just thought the color palette was so very, very gorgeous. So I was like, yes, we must have this one. This must feature into the little bags. So gorgeous. It has a few different colorways on the listing. So even if this one isn't really your vibe, they do have other colors too, which we love. There we go. Put that one back. And then we also had this kind of green banner one, which I will also open because I think it's a little easier to appreciate the banner when you get to see all of the banners. Let's see. Need to increase your December buying budget because by the time I get everything you're showing, I'll be broke. Oh, I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I think that all the stationery items, not including the advent bags, I think all up, obviously there's a lot. I think this was like $100, but some of the larger pieces that do have a lot of like funds associated with them would be things like the sticker books. Sticker books usually have one, a lot more stickers, and two, thus a little bit more pricey. Also the stamp and stamp cleaner, they were a kind of larger ticket item. Not to the extent of like, oh my god, it broke the bank or anything, but I think it was like somewhere between $6 and $15. I don't remember the exact prices of things. Sorry. But this one is leaves, which I mean doy, obviously, but isn't that so cool? Wouldn't that be really cool down like the edge of a page or something like that, or along the bottom? I just think it would be so stinking cute. Do you guys want to see spoilers? Okay, like I feel like we're into a point of the video that we're allowed to see spoilers here. Mainly it's a spoiler for a video that's coming up on the channel, so it's like not like a stationery spoiler specifically, but if I can find my journal, I'll show you. Because I have done my setup for my like 2025 journal. And the leaf tape I hadn't unpacked yet. But one of the things that I've done along the sides of the page is this kind of like little kind of like leafy like vine border, which I thought was quite cute. That's like the main part of my decoration for my 2025 setup, but we'll put that away because that's not for right now. That's not what we're here to see. You're not the business. Get out. So I think that those leaves would have been really cute and pretty in there too, though. But anywho, so this one we're not going to unwrap, but you can see it's like musical notes and then some florals and such. And I thought that this one would be a good collagey kind of material, but feeling the texture of the tape, I don't know how easy it would be to actually rip this, but it is quite pretty. Rachel had it, so I got it. Very much one of those like mean girl moments. Like I saw Katie Harris wearing flip flops and cargo pants, so I bought flip flops and cargo pants. Let's see. The leaves with a waterfall tape cutout would be so pretty. Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be really, really cute. So I was like, I need to get this one. I must have it. I am having great struggles opening this one, so we might just leave it. But this one also comes in a range of different colors. This one's kind of like an ink splatter type tape, which I thought was pretty cool. I would probably cut out individual elements here. They're not kiss cut or anything like that, but I thought that would be kind of nice for some neutral background decoration. This one I will open because I feel like it'll just be easier to appreciate the style of the tape if we actually open it up. Yeah. Oh no, I'm having great trials and tribulations with you, tape. Mainly just getting the, what's this thing? The part that keeps it stuck down off without ripping it, because I have ripped every corner of it so far. What's the bet that I do this one too? Oh, okay, we're fine. She spoke too soon. She spoke too soon. I obviously need to replace this with something else because this is not making my life very easy. At least I didn't cut my nails yesterday, because then I wouldn't be able to get into this at all. We would have no hope. All hope would have been lost. There we go. This is now going in a direction that we like. But this one is like film PET. So I thought that this would be kind of fun to put down the edge of a page and maybe put some kind of like background in each of the little frames or something like that, or just leave it as it is. I'm thinking kind of, media journal type thing, but I thought this one was really cool. I know that you can get ones that are also smaller, like this one is notably quite wide. I mean, let's do a ruler moment for it. This one is about 6 centimeters across, roughly, so it is kind of like a larger piece, but I thought that that would be kind of cool to use in something without having to draw it out yourself, because, like, yes, you can draw this for sure. I mean, some of you can probably draw these kind of things as well and make them look semi-realistic. No. I do not have the time, effort, patience, any of that kind of stuff for this, but this looks pretty cool. So even though it is technically something I could draw, I don't want to have to. This one looks really cool. So, we roll that one back up. Stick the sticker on that has tested me and will test me yet again. Oh. And then this one here, I haven't a clue how to open this box without completely destroying it, so we're just gonna, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get out our letter opener. We're gonna use that if we can get it in the side here. There we go. The color palette of nature series. Nice. Haha, great success. So this one has a bunch of just dot stickers. And I just thought that they were really cute and zazzy. So, yeah, the key. Ha ha ha. This one actually has come in handy, which I've been quite pleased with. So it just sits on my, what are they called? Shelves, like right behind my desk, so that then it's nice and easily accessible. I don't have to go rummaging for it. Put that one back. But this one just has a lot of little dot stickers on it, which I thought was kind of cute. Kind of zazzy. So this is nice. We can put this one back in here. This obviously has a kind of box that you can like pull it out the side and such. I am not going to do that. But then once you've got all of your items, all of the different bits and pieces, you then just need to organize them into 24 piles and put them into the bags. Now, like we kind of mentioned, there are going to be some items in here that are just not going to fit into those bags. Like I'm not going to kind of jam this pack of paper into one of those bags, because I would have to like fold the paper, and I'm not going to do that. Like, it's one of those things. Do you buy the bags first and then see what fits into them, or do you buy the items and then buy the bags that will actually fit the items? Either or is a good option here. But I was thinking that for these little ones, it would just be like, a roll of tape or something like that. And then you kind of like bunch that up. So that'd be kind of cute. So I'm going to do a couple different colors here. So I've got like the little blue dot bags. Put that one in there. Tie that up. Looks pretty cute. And then once you've gone through and put all of your items into your bags, or whoever's doing this for you, done all of those ones, then we do have those little number pieces that you can tie to the sides of the bags, which is why I got these ones, because I thought it would be kind of cute to have specific ones, like specific numbers to open on each day, which is kind of nice. I love that in the video you unboxed the letter opener and you said you'd most likely never use it, but here we are. Yeah, literally, that is me. Like, it's okay. I have a video on my channel that talks about journal themes that I would never do, and I have done at least one of them and have considered another since then. So, like, for instance, we take like the number little 23. We also have some little string, and we can just tie that to the bag. I assume like you tie it around the spot that you kind of tie this part up, and then tie it around there or something like that, which would be kind of cute. But I thought this was kind of sweet. I'm not going to tie these together because, as said, Vogel is going to be making me a advent calendar. This one is just for example, but I thought that these little number cutouts were really cute. Like, could you make these yourself on a Cricut or something like that? Sure, probably, but I'm not going to do that. Tis the season for the busyness, and I don't really want to add to my busy plate by having to do a whole bunch of other things as well. But like we said before, in terms of arranging these within the bags and with the numbers, like there might be some pieces that you want earlier rather than later. So for instance, let's just say that you're using this to make like a holiday memories journaling kit or something like that. So that is kind of the general theme you're going with for your bags. Then possibly the first thing you might want in the month is the journal that you're going to put the memories in. Like that would make sense to be one of the things that comes up first, so that then you don't have to open the journal on the 24th and you're like, cool, I have like an entire month of memories to record and haven't had the ability to because I didn't get the journal to do the recording. So some of them you might want to intentionally place in terms of which day you unwrap them. Some of them you might want to just kind of like pick a number out of a hat and be like, oh look, this is day number 19 or something like that. Follow your joy here. Remember, the entire point is that we are making an advent calendar that actually works for us. It's one that we like and we enjoy. Do you guys have any questions before we, try and tidy up my gosh dang desk, because everything is everywhere, I swear. I am very excited for the holiday season. We, of course, have Vlogmas coming up, which is going to be so much fun. I have a bunch of different videos that are coming out for that, and I just need to actually film them. Haha. That sounds like a future me problem if I ever did hear one. And because I'm not actually going to be making my own advent calendar, like I said, this was all just an example. I don't need to go find spots in my office to keep all of these. Let's see. Honestly, with my memory, I can make it in January, and I'll be surprised in December. Nice. I like that. I'm very eager to see what Vogel puts forward into my advent calendar. If you guys have any suggestions for Vogel's advent calendar, I would love to hear them. Make sure that you leave them in the comments, because I need to start thinking about that, because again, we want to make sure that we order these things in advance so they actually arrive and we can assemble them. The holiday season is a busy season. Make sure that you take care of yourself and get yourself some goodies, because we love gifts, and also use a code because we love savings. Alrighty, gorgeous humans, I'm going to skedoodle. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.